Thanks for joining us. I'm Sharon Yu. In 30 minutes, students, parents, and community advocates are expected to come together in support of a recent state ban on certain restraints used by resource officers in school. It's an issue we've been covering for weeks as we've seen more than a dozen police departments pull officers out of schools. Leaders of the departments have told us the new law prevents them from doing their jobs. Today, people in favor of the law are expected to talk about why they see it as a way to make sure safer techniques are used. So let's take another look at what the law means. It bans prone restraints. That's defined as placing a child in a face-down position. It also bars officers from any holds that prevent a student's ability to breathe or communicate distress. That includes anything like putting pressure on a student's head, throat, neck, chest, back, or abdomen. We have a crew at the Capitol right now. We'll have updates for you tonight at 4 and 5. In less than an hour, the U of M is expected to vote on a deal with social media company Meta. The company overseeing Facebook and Instagram is asking for part of the U's land in Rosemount in order to build a new data center. It would be 280 acres of land from Umore Park for a negotiated price of $40 million. If the deal is approved, the building will be near Dakota County Technical College. In the last 24 hours, St. Paul leaders have proposed the demolition of the Hamlin Midway Library. It comes amid calls for a new library with improved facilities and better accessibility. However, the Hamlin Midway Library is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Some community members filed a complaint with the city to keep the library. They say the needed changes can be made in the same building. And we're expecting an update today from police identifying the 3 people found dead at a Breezy Point resort. Police say they found the bodies late Tuesday night at a timeshare home at the White Birch Estates. Officials already told us a front window was broken and there were signs of violence, but police say there is no danger to the public. And take a look at the drought monitor released this morning by the Department of Natural Resources. You can tell it's not great. Some parts of Minnesota are now experiencing exceptional drought. Government forecasters say this is only the second time there's been exceptional drought in Minnesota since they've been keeping records. The whole state continues to be at least abnormally dry. And today is looking like another day where we do have some rain chances coming up, as well as a warm up, because I'm going to be that person, Ben. It is a little cold out there.
Yeah, it's certainly feeling like fall. And today we're not expecting any rain chances, but later this weekend and possibly into early next week. But the chances are very small. Now let's talk about this cloud cover that's been with us over the last day and a half or so. Still, the eastern third of the state is covered in these low-hanging stratus clouds. You get out towards Wilmer, Mankato, St. Cloud westward. We're starting to see more of that sunshine, and that's where the warmer temperatures are. Notice Wilmer's at 66, Ortonville at 64. Beneath the cloud deck, we're in the upper 50s and lower 60s, and it does look like we will see some clearing, but it's not going to happen until about mid-afternoon or so. So the clouds are going to prevent us from seeing 70 degrees possibly today. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast, and you can see by 3, 4 o'clock we start to see more sunshine. But this time of year, the sun is about as strong as it was in early April, so it doesn't have a whole lot of power to A, get rid of these clouds, and B, warm us up when we do see that sunshine. We do warm up with more sun on Friday, however. A very comfortable day is in the forecast with a light breeze and, again, a good amount of sunshine. Near 80 on Saturday before clouds increase. Chance for some rain late in the day. Maybe a couple rumbles of thunder Saturday night into early Sunday morning. But again, these are very hit and miss rain chances. Cooling off as we head into Monday and Tuesday, which is about 5 degrees cooler than average. And it looks like another dry weather pattern will resume. Sharon?
I'm hanging on to that 80 for dear life.
For one day. Yeah.
For one day. Thanks, Ben. And if you're planning on heading out to the fields for pheasant hunting season, you'll likely have some luck. Experts say the number of birds is up an average of 210%. The Minnesota DNR survey found the southwestern part of the state saw the biggest increases in the triple digits, but central Wisconsin saw a decrease, likely based on weather. Pheasant hunting begins October 14th. Coming up tonight at 4 and 5, the results of that U of M vote to give hundreds of acres of land over Meta and how that would change what the area looks like. We're back in 20.